again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for another Teamgate CRM video. I'm Andrew. I am the Director of Operations over at Teamgate. And today I want to talk a little bit about the construction industry. We've had a few new customers recently that have come across and started using a CRM for the first time, previously using spreadsheets or a notepad and pen or a whiteboard or something like that. And the biggest hurdle we find for most construction industries is they just don't know what a CRM does, how it can help their business, and most importantly, they think that it's something that costs tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's simply not the case, especially with Teamgate CRM. It might be with some other competitors, which I won't name names for. But today I just want to go through a couple of things, namely our lead section, contact management, our deal management, as well as some of the insights, and I'll try to keep it as short as possible. But here we go. This is the lead section, as you can see here. And a few things I want to touch on here, but all of this is customizable, and this is where you might attach your website. So if you've got a construction website or your business website, we can utilize web forms or something along the lines to push your leads into this section, okay? And we want to keep these separate to our deal section. And the reason that we do that is to keep our deal section nice and clean. And I'll go through the deal section in more detail, but this is where we might keep anyone that's inquired about our services until they've been quoted or we've sent an invoice or whatever that qualification criteria is to move them through the sales funnel. So you can see here, I've customized some of the lead statuses. So it's a new build, deck, renovation, for example. Depending on what your business does, we can customize that all within seconds. I've also added some customizable fields such as budget and job category, and we can do all of this to meet any of the information needs that you have. And you can see here, this is one of our customers. They've implemented a web form on their website for an inquiry form, and all of this data pushes straight into Teamgate CRM. And it'll also categorize those leads based on the the project type that the customer inquires about. Getting back to the lead section, once we actually click into the lead, we'll see the lead card. And this is where we can do our contact management. And I'm not sure about anyone watching this video, but I'm currently going through renovations on my own home, and the biggest bugbear I have with any of my construction workers is how long it takes for them to get back to me. I recently waited 4 weeks for a quote on windows from multiple companies, and the first quote I got back was 4 weeks, and subsequently they won my business because they got back to me the quickest. And we can see from research, 87% of business is won in the construction industry if you're fairly priced by the vendor that gets back the first quote. Okay, so we want you to win more business, so we're going to look at how we can manage that contact management. So easy enough. All I need to do is jump into the lead. You can see on the left-hand side, I've got all of the details for the prospect, and I can simply add notes. I can send them an email from this section, which once synced will look like this. So I can send an email from here and just hit send. I can send them an SMS. So if we're going out to conduct a quote or going out to do a site visit, we can send them an SMS to let them know we're on our way. We can set meetings, and we can also set reminders. So no more forgetting to invoice a customer. We can set a reminder for this Friday that I need to do the invoice for this person. We can customize all of these tasks to make sure that it's a quote or an invoice, issue invoice, or the like. Okay. Now, we've talked a little bit about the lead section. So once we qualify, we're going to go into our deal section. So this, again, can be completely customized to match your sales process. So these stages along the top, I've just put in some rough construction-like stages, but we can amend them to suit. I've also got multiple pipelines. So this one's for estimating. So once they finish the estimation, we're going to move them into the design phase and then into building pipeline. And all of these stages are different for different pipelines. So that's how we can manage our deals as they move through. Simply enough, we just drag and drop. If they've paid, we move them into one, or we can move them from our estimating deal pipeline into the design pipeline or whatever else is needed. The last thing I'll just touch on quickly before I wrap up is our sales insights. And this is going to be good to understand your performance. So these are all out of the box. And what I mean by that when I say it is There's no setup required. You don't have to write any code. You don't have to set anything up. As soon as you start closing business or emailing from within the CRM, these are going to start tracking in the background. So some key things that I'd be looking at is our leads by source. So if you're a construction company that's using things like Google Ads, if you've got a website, if you're using social media, we can actually see where the sources, where our customers are coming from. And for that reason, we can then work out where we want to invest our money in the future. So if we're spending a lot of money on Google Ads, but we're not actually seeing any results, we might want to experiment and try out different things. We can also see different things like our sales forecast. So we can look at what deals are currently in the process, in the pipeline. What's the estimate of what is estimated to close this month. And we can also compare it to our previous period as seen in green here, and purple is what's currently in our pipeline. We can go into further fidelity as we scroll down and see the actual deals and see where they're at as well. We can also see things like activity results and activity goals. So, if we want to hit a certain number of emails per month, if we want to call so many customers, if we want to issue so many invoices, we can see all of those stats as well. And the final thing is dashboards. So all I want to do for a dashboard is take all of my favorite reports out of Sales Insights and push it into one location here. So a very easy to digest visual dashboard to get a snapshot of your performance. So it might look something like, how many deals have I closed this month? How much revenue have I made this month? You can then compare it to things like products or how much have you spent on resources and things like that to get that stuff done and those deals closed. That's all I want to go through today. We can go through plenty more. As always, if you've got any questions, reach out directly to myself or teamgate.com. If you want to start a free trial, I'll post the links below. And if you've got any recommendations for the next video, let me know. Until then, have a great week and we'll speak soon.